With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
On the jump. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Alvarez. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Alvarez from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken around the 12. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Lions.
He finds West. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Cowboy 80.
2nd and 11. He'll get this out to Tootin. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. You look at this Colt defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done. And finally,
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
A give to Robinson on the option. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Alvarez. From the gun, he'll throw. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
First and goal, Indianapolis.
Ready, ready.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
Get it. Lightning, 18.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Come on.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll tuck this and run. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Mims in motion right. 6-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Alvarez. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's pulled in at the 32. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now 2nd and 3.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Hopkins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw. Hopkins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Jaguars at 500 at 6-6. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down to the 36-yard line here. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Viking 18. Check out.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Bronco, Deputy Lions.
Got it complete to West. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
70.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Tag! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
2nd and 9 now. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Jaguars have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On the jump.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Alvarez now throwing to start the drive. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to pull that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Ready.
He's going to use his legs here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, That's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Back to throw. Alvarez. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hiking 18.
Looking to throw. Hopkins. That's complete. He's got Tootin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
18 Cardinal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 7.
Panther 60.
Back to throw. Hopkins. He finds his man. Complete. That's West. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready up.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hawk 70. Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown! And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw now on first down. Down the field, he's got one. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get it! Fix the Eagle! Fix the Eagle!
Looking to throw. Alvarez. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. In motion left, that's Thornton. Back to throw again. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
3rd and 5.
Cougar 19. Go.
Back to throw. Alvarez. Touchdown, Colts. Marvin Mims, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Younghoe Koo is set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep down field. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Ready? Cougar 19.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball is the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts have retaken a third-quarter lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. They'll look to throw. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun. Hopkins got his man complete over the middle. It's Rhodes. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he's loose again. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
And the Colts first down.
Operating from the gun, Alvarez. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Let's go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Go.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Colts 1-yard line.
Ready, set.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bayshaw Tootin with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Jags are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Looking to throw. Alvarez. Working downfield. He's got Thornton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be brought down to about the 42. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Mims in motion right. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 70 line.
The slot man in motion right. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, pass caught by Warren. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Cowboy 80. Ready,
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Come on. Set. Lightning 18.
Out of the gun now on third down. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at fourth down now in this tie ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go. Hawk 70. 18 Cardinal.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice spin into some open field. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
60 Eagle. Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
Get it. 77 Drop 60. Drop 60.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Got it. Ready?
Here comes 2nd down.
70 Rangers. 7, go.
He'll look to throw. That's caught by Thornton. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. These are the spots this stage of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Ready?
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Thornton. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Colts.
Ready?
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Jaguars, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, you wonder what this will do to their play.